name's Melissa Barrett, and welcome to Kwanzaa 2021. Our theme this year is Our Principles, Our Power. So, is it okay if I tell you a story? I'm going to tell you the story about the Jali. So, I was 31 years old with 3 kids, 12, 7, and 4. And we were a blended family. My husband and I, Peter, struggled with Christmas. It was so commercial. And it wasn't just the dissatisfaction with Christmas that had us so interested in Kwanzaa. We had both been raised with a focus on Black excellence. And my husband, a true lover of history, was looking for something more, something that connected him to his history. He was struggling with his career at the time. His mother had moved back east from California when he was young, so he was primarily raised by his grandmother. He had not known his grandfather, but he knew that their roots were in Louisiana. He wasn't aware of much family, but he decided he really wanted to focus on genealogy. So it was this year that he found his grandfather's sister. She was turning 100 years old, and the family was getting together for the event. He would take his mother to meet her for the first time and meet a large number of relatives. He finally felt like he had a connection that he never had before. 3 months later, his aunt passed away. The year before, we had attended a Kwanzaa event, and we enjoyed it immensely. In fact, the host of the event, Evelyn Cox, gave us a binder to help us to get started. This sparked a new passion in my husband. His desire of connecting more deeply with family and his cultural roots now had direction. We wanted our kids to know their history, learn about their family, and celebrate their heritage. This, of course, was all in stark contrast to what had been drilled into us from the outside. African Americans were told they had no culture. They were not African. They were not American. We had seen pictures and videos of how African Americans were treated, and it was no secret. So we decided it was a good time to just start Kwanzaa, start celebrating it. We didn't know exactly what we were starting, but we knew we wanted to create an opportunity for our kids to know about their heritage. So we started small. We outlined a program and invited 4 families over to our house after church one Kwanzaa afternoon. So today, I thank you. I thank all of you wonderful people that have come to hear about Kwanzaa. We have been celebrating it now for over 20 years, and it has grown to be one of the largest in-home Kwanzaa celebrations in Northern California. This year, we decided to add virtual. So we're inviting any and everyone who wants to learn about Kwanzaa to our Kwanzaa this year. Thank you for joining us.
I can remember my first experience at the Barrett's home in the Kwanzaa celebration. We just enjoyed that moment when the entire gathering was asked to recall an ancestor that had passed on into glory. And just saying the name of my brother and my grandmother and my mother and others who had passed on was just so heartwarming. And it was as though I was experiencing the very spirit of my ancestors. It was a wonderful experience.
Hello, I'm Melissa Barrett. Welcome to Kwanzaa 2021. Our theme this year is Our Principles, Our Power. Today is day 1. Umoja, unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
Hi, I'm Cliff, and this is my grandson, and his name is Reese Elliott Bagley. Hi, Reese.
Hi, Bob.
So Reese calls me Bop. I'm his grandfather, and he calls me Bop. And a lot of people call me Bop, so it's okay to keep calling me Bop. So I thought today we talk a little bit about Kwanzaa. And to be honest, I don't really know much about Kwanzaa. How about you?
Me neither. All I know is that it involves candles, just like Hanukkah.
Well, you're absolutely right. It does involve candles. And it turns out that each of those candles represents a principle of Kwanzaa. And principles are just things we try to live by. So the principle I thought we'd talk about that I learned just a tiny bit about is called umoja, which means unity. Now, do you know what unity means?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, unity means together. So working together, playing together, doing things together with the same purpose in mind. So I bet you can think of a time when there's been unity in your family. Can you?
Yeah. Yesterday we had my mom's birthday party.
Ah, well, happy birthday to your mom, who happens to be my daughter. I bet you guys all worked hard so that your mom could have a good time, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me, do you think that unity is something that's important for us?
Yes, a lot. It can help bring someone together.
Excellent. And that's what we want to do. We want to all work together. We want to work together as a family, like we all do, as a community, and it could be your school community, a community of those of us who share a similar background or ethnicity or history, even a community of people that just live close to each other, or community of people you go to class with. Those are all our communities. And if we work together, like you just said, we can bring things together. So that's the principle that we're going to work on living. And we've talked about just a little bit. Anything you'd like to add, Reese?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Sounds like no, that's all you have to add for right now. Thank you so much. And it's because of you and us doing this for your grandma, Sean, that I ended up learning a little bit about umoja. And I'm going to study and learn all the principles of Kwanzaa. So when Kwanzaa starts on December 26th, we'll be able to talk about it even more. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Of the 7 principles, Imuja, unity, speaks more to my essence and my calling. Honestly, I'm not as passionate as Brother Peter was with respect to the 7 principles, but nonetheless, I try to incorporate in my life the 7 principles, particularly as they synchronize with Christian principles and values. In Imuja, unity is particularly noteworthy. Unity, that is, I am because we are. It is this unity that is foundational to the fervent growth and survival of the family and community as a whole. King David expressed it well when he stated how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. Lack of unity robs us of our cultural strength and identity. Historically, the oppressors have used the ancient old military strategy of divide and conquer to destroy the African civilization. And even to this day, there are those who describe our race as crabs in a foot tub, pulling each other down rather than lifting each other up out of a place of destruction. Dr. Karinga's vision of creating Kwanzaa as a cultural holiday in 1966 was designed to encourage and inspire us as a people to reclaim and celebrate our power and identity. Recommitting to the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, of which Imuja, unity, is foundational, is the beginning of that reacclimation journey. I regret not having been given the time to bond with Brother Peter as a brother in the struggle and as a brother in Christ. God had other plans for him. And may he forever rest in paradise in the presence of our God. Let me close by saying I am inspired by his vision and his passion for the cause of Christ and for the propagation of Kwanzaa as a cultural holiday celebration and as a lifestyle. Amani.
Hello, my name is Linda Patrick. Kwanzaa, all about history, family, good food, and recommitting to do good in honor of God and our ancestors. For me, Kwanzaa is definitely a time to reflect on who I am as an African American woman and my place and responsibility to the larger African American community and diaspora. After celebrating the birth of Christ, I can contemplate the many blessings I enjoy because of the sacrifices of my people before me. I reflect on just what great faith they had in the unwavering love of Jesus. This year, I am spending time setting new standards for living out the 7 principles, all enveloped in God's call to love each other. Kwanzaa always means storytelling of the preserving of our people's history. Reminds me of Sundays as a young girl, sitting at the feet of my great aunt and my uncle, our family storytellers. Today, I can't reminisce about Kwanzaa or storytelling without remembering our own master storyteller, Peter Barrett. I met Peter in 2004 as a member of the Gifts of Blackness program for the San Joaquin County Public Library System. It was immediately obvious that he was intelligent, talented, creative, and very introspective. As we worked together that year, I also learned that Peter was a captivating conversationalist and teacher. As a very patient and kind and gentle spirit, I learned a lot from him about our history. He was instrumental in helping members of the year-long coalition form a sense of community. Most of all, I love the way he inhabited a place, time, or person in a story, showing us how to experience what the characters were feeling. All this being enhanced by the rhythm of his drums. While the ancestors and Peter rest, we must not forget and carry on. I remember Peter's passion about passing on the art of storytelling. One of the events that he provided for us was a day-long class for community members with 2 acclaimed storytellers, one of which was Diane Balot. Are we training new storytellers? We should be. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chastity Alot, and I have been doing the Kwanzaa event for 3 years. Today I will be talking about Umoja, which means unity. My favorite principle stresses the importance of togetherness for the family and the community. This is important to me because I wouldn't be anywhere without my parents and my family. There's an African proverb that states, "I am because we are." Those powerful words inspire us every day. We believe that everyone in our community is responsible for one another and that by working together we will achieve great things. With community, we will have support and help to reach the things that we desire, which is why it is so important and fundamental and necessary.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific. Each day of Kwanzaa, we are broadcasting to you so you can learn a little bit more about it.